Hello guys, and welcome back to my unboxing channel series stuff that we've got going on here. I'm back again with a couple of extra parcels. This one from PlayAsia, and we've got a record to open. You know how I love my vinyl records. I haven't actually ordered anything from PlayAsia for quite some time, but then I realised, I was like, why have I not bought this particular game yet? And just using the dagger of the 7 stars, or the what did I call it? The letter opener of the 7 stars here to open it. It's actually really cool. It's better than the bloody titanium butter knife thing that we were using. To get into the packaging here, obviously this is just going to be a standard game. Very, very quick unboxing of this, just because I was kind of waiting for something to go with the record, just so I got a little bit more content in one of these unboxing things for you. And it is the Fatal Frame game. I think it is Fatal Frame 4, right, this one, but they've kind of like improved it, updated it graphically, and I think it's in English for the first time, because this originally was only released on the Wii in Japan originally, so the fans did actually do an English translation mod that I did actually play through the game using that. And it was amazing, to be honest. Just amazing, because I love the Project Zero series. Well, this is obviously under the name of Fatal Frame, just because I don't think this was released in PAL territories. So this is Fatal Frame. This is the only way that you get the physical, and quite an awkward one to get into, but we've done it. So what was I saying? Yeah, great game, this one, because I love Fatal... I don't know what to say. I want to say Project Zero, but I think you all know what I'm saying if I say Fatal Frame, so I'll just stick with Fatal Frame for now. But I love the Fatal Frame games. I've got my stack of all the originals here. Just wanted to show for context. So you get a couple of extra stickers from PlayAsia. We got some sort of anime girl and the logo there. I'm sure this is going to be a pretty simple unboxing, but if you weren't aware of this actual release that you can get for the PS4, like I say, it's got refined graphics, a new snap mode, new costumes. But it is, as far as I'm aware, this is Project Zero 4. This is... Obviously, you can see the boxes in English. So the voices are in Japanese, the subtitles is English, Chinese, and the manual, digital manual, which... What do they mean when they say digital manual? Where do you actually get that from? But yeah, that's in English and Chinese as well. So this is obviously a Region 3. Is this Korean release? Why is it Chinese? Maybe Chinese release, but it's just in English then. But yeah, you can pick that up on PlayAsia if you weren't aware that was a thing. And like I say, massive Project Zero fan, Fatal Frame fan. I kind of wish they would make more games, to be honest. It's a shame they went such a long time. And just getting these off the shelf, I just realised actually how old some of these games are now. So original Xbox, I've got the original Project Zero here. Obviously, it was released on the PS2 as well back in the day. Really great game. Doesn't play as nicely as the others, but obviously it was the first in the series. And then the best one, in my opinion, Project Zero 2. And this one, specifically the Crimson Butterfly Director's Cut for the Xbox. This game honestly blew me away back in the day. I like horror games like Resident Evil and stuff, but playing this, and this is actually the first one in the series I ever played, it was just unreal. I don't know what it was about it, but just the atmosphere, the characters, the Japanese setting, the spooky ghost vibes. It was a completely different type of horror game. And actually, once you start using the camera and you get used to how that works in combat, the gameplay is amazing. Honestly, this is probably still the greatest game of the series. If you're going to play any game, I would recommend trying to go out your way to get this, because you've got that original sort of camera angle stuff that I used to love. You know, the Resident Evil, I forget what it's called, but it's like that sort of camera where you don't know what you're walking into, and then the camera flicks, like still cameras or whatever it used to be called. Director's Cut as well. It's such a beautiful game. I know that, again, this is released on the PS2 as well, but I would highly recommend, if you've got an original Xbox, get in and playing that, because honestly it won't disappoint, that won't. And then the third game, this made me buy a PS2, to be honest. There's probably not many games out there that I was interested in, to go out my way to get a PS2. But I can't even remember when I did it, but I did end up getting a PS2, and this is one of the first games I really wanted to play on it, Project Zero 3, just because I hadn't been able to play it. They stopped releasing them for the Xbox. It's kind of like a PlayStation exclusive. This, I believe it is. This is still an exclusive to the PS2. I don't think this has been released anywhere that I'm aware of outside of the PS2. So yeah, definitely great game as well. Really great game, that one. And then Project Zero 4. This was, it may have been released for the PlayStation consoles, but this could have been where it then turned into a little bit of a Nintendo exclusive sort of series for a little bit. Potentially, I can't quite remember on that, but again, it was only released in Japan, so this is the same game as this, basically. So it's taken all this time to get an English version of this. So if anyone missed playing this, and this is a really great game as well, this is Project Zero 4, just as great as the first three. I don't know if they've changed, how much they've changed in this actually release, but again, you had the sort of still camera angles and stuff. I think this was probably the last game actually to feature those still sort of cameras, camera angles, like your old Resident Evil games, if you know what I mean. There's a better word for that, I just can't think what it is off the top of my head. Great game. Like I say, I had to download an English patch for the Wii. That meant me having to sort of crack into my Wii to get that to work. Then they did kind of a couple of little spin-offs here. This is Spirit Camera for the DS. Not really great, to be honest. I didn't really enjoy this. Obviously, it doesn't really use any of the the gameplay elements that you got from the Project Zero game, apart from that you use your DS as a camera, basically, to take pictures of the ghosts. But the rest of the game isn't like a Project Zero game. But yeah, just thought I'd mention that just because it is part of the set here. Then they re-released Project Zero 2, probably knowing that that's probably the best in the series, a fan favourite. So they re-released it for the Wii. It's good, but I wasn't keen on the change in the gameplay, the change in the camera. So this went out of that still camera mode, whatever it's called, I can't think what it's called, into where you can actually control. And it may even be really bad because of the motion controls. I think they added motion controls actually. So it wasn't the best experience control-wise. I'm not sure. I'm seeing that up there. I'm not sure if it was even compatible with like a Wii Pro controller, if that was a thing. Memory's a bit hazy with the Wii. But yeah, one for the set anyway. And then the Wii U had Maiden of the Black Water. That's where that was an exclusive on the Wii U for quite a while, and I did have like a big box set thing of it that I recently sold when it got announced for the PS4. So the Wii U version actually went really expensive upwards. I think I sold it for about £200, this boxed Fatal Frame 5 for the Wii U. And I figured, well, I'd sell that for £200. I do love the series, but I can pick this up for 30, 40 quid. And yeah, it was kind of just taking up space on my shelf. It's sort of one of those small collector's editions. That was one of those weird Nintendo Wii collector's editions where it's got like a hanger that comes out of the cardboard, a bit awkward to sort of show off on your shelf kind of thing, so it ends up just sitting on its side. So yeah, I thought I'd get 200 quid for that and invest in the PS4 version. I haven't actually gotten around to this, so I've got 2 games to play, and I may go 4 then 5 actually. I was excited for the PS4 versions because again, the Wii U, you had to have the gamepad, you had to use it as a camera. It was so cumbersome, clunky, just for the sake of trying to use the Wii U novelty items and the gamepad, the nunchucks, the Wii remote. It's just, I just wanted, for this series and the roots of the series, I just wanted to sit down with the controller and just play like a horror game. So hopefully that's how this feels now. Hopefully it's got better controls. And then we're adding the latest release, which again, we've just unboxed there. Really pleased to have the full set now. So you've got, let's put them in order just to show you. So potentially this could be the correct route to go now. 1, I would say this over the Wii version of 2. So 1, 2, 3. There could be a case for playing 4 with the English patch, but I don't know till I play it. So at the moment, I would recommend 4. I'm not even recommending it. I'm just saying it's nice to be able to have this. We'll see how it is with the improved graphics. And there's Fatal Frame 5. So that is your series of Fatal Frame games. I would skip the DS game as well, to be honest. But really cool. Glad to have that to complete the collection now, basically. Next up, we're going to get into is another vinyl record. I think this is from Black Screen Records again, potentially. Or it could be, I'll check in a moment, it could be Vinyl Guru. I just don't want to show off my address. It is Vinyl Guru, okay. They've actually handwritten thank you on the front of the record, but I haven't actually pulled my address tag off, so I'm going to avoid that for now. And this it took me by surprise actually, because I was expecting them to send them together. If you've been following my channel, you might know what the last record was that the last record was that I unboxed. Ooh, look at that. It's got a box within a box. Just how we like it. Get that out of the way. Feels quite weighty. I did have a fear, you know. I hope not, but I had a fear that I'd ordered something twice. Let's see if there's 2 in here. Oh, mate, there's 2 in here. Yeah, oh my days. So I don't know what's happened there. I'm going to have to check back what I actually did. They've either sent me an extra Phantasy Star 3 or I accidentally ordered it twice. I'm not sure. I couldn't find any emails suggesting that I'd ordered it twice, but when I got an email of this dispatching, it listed 3 and 4 in that dispatch email. So that's why I was like, this, when it arrived, I was like, this feels heavy. I hope I haven't paid twice for this. So I'm going to have to go through payment records and see if I can find if I've paid twice or if they've accidentally sent me an additional copy, which is really cool. I can keep it sealed, or I can maybe give it away to someone that's a Phantasy Star 3 fan. Or if you're watching Vinyl Guru and you can check and you made a mistake, I'm more than happy to send this back to you, because like I say, I've already got it. And if it's taking like one of a limited supply off the market, I'm more than happy to send you that back. So yeah, I don't know if you're watching, but it's number 4 that we're going to get into anyway. And these are the other soundtracks. You've got Phantasy Star 2, and just to prove I already had Phantasy Star 3, yeah, we unboxed it last time, but there it is again. That is my copy of Phantasy Star 3, and that's the additional one I've either paid for or I've got for free, so yeah. So I'm going to put 3 over to one side. If you want to watch the unboxing of 3, look out for, I think it may even be my last video that I did, where we unboxed a few things. We unboxed a couple of records actually. Comic Zone was the other one. I can't remember what else we unboxed. I'm sure we unboxed something else as well. So this is Phantasy Star 4, another one. Again, I did a little bit of a story last time about what I have and haven't played. I've only actually played the first Phantasy Star, and obviously Phantasy Star Online, Phantasy Star Online 2, but the first Phantasy Star I played on the Sega Ages Switch release, where they improved the grindiness of the game, and I fell in love with the game, honestly, even though it's a Master System title, which I do feel like it is hard to get into retro, like really old retro these days, on that scale, if you know what I mean. Like if you've never played an 8-bit game before, it can be quite difficult, I think, to put a cartridge in and play it through, and you want to play it through in one sitting. You know, it's got to be a really special game for that to be the case in 2023. Lack of time, you know, lack of nostalgia for that title if you haven't. But Phantasy Star 1 on Sega Ages it felt like nostalgia to me, even though I'd never played it before. It was such a great game, great music. I'm glad that I kind of got the first soundtrack for that reason, for the great music, and then me being a completionist, I ended up going for 2, 3, and eventually 4 here that you can see. So great artwork. I'm a little bit zoomed in for some reason on the camera, I'm noticing, so I'm having to, hopefully that doesn't affect too much, but you can, I'm just showing off some of the artwork there. Track listing. We've got the record, or records, there's 2 in here. So we've got side A, again, same. I think I've had all of the releases from Vinyl Guru. Their version is this nice clear white, which I really like. We're not going to play the music today, unfortunately, just because I wanted to keep this quite tight and short. There's C and D, that's what she said. And we've got Phantasy Star 4, the little liner notes booklet here, which is really cool. Some really nice artwork. I love that. Who does this? Is it Ship to Shore, I think? Have these. I might just double check that actually, because it could be a black screen record. No, it's Ship to Shore. Yeah, Ship to Shore have done these. Obviously, Data Discs do amazing Sega vinyl releases as well. But actually, the Phantasy Star, I cannot fault them. Hopefully someone does Phantasy Star Online, because that is some amazing music. If someone can do a Phantasy Star Online vinyl soundtrack for me, please. Some incredible artwork here, guys. Love it. Show off every page, because there's it's only 5 or 6 pages, but it's just a nice extra item to get. It's well worth. This is why I like collecting vinyl, actually. It's not just for the amazing music, which obviously is the big draw to picking up these releases, but it is getting this amazing big artwork. It's kind of like you're buying an art piece at the same time, along with, you know, any little inclusions that they give you, posters, what's that word, lithograph, you know, some really great additional items included with the vinyl. It feels like you're getting something significant to add to your collection if you're a big Sega fan, big Sega music fan, like me, collecting all these amazing vinyl Sega releases. And that's it for the video, guys. I'm going to leave it there. A couple of nice pickups. Hope you liked my little background history on Project Zero and also Phantasy Star. Yeah, brilliant stuff, guys. I'll see you on the next video very soon. Take care.